You want to start?
Oh, okay. Hi. So what we're going to be doing here is a review of The Elder Scrolls Online for Xbox One. In addition to that, we also want to do a food type challenge. So I know some of you out there might know what a power hour is. That's where you go and for an hour, every minute within that hour, you take 1 ounce of beer, like basically a shot of beer. We really thought about that. Actually, he ended up pointing out the fact that an hour-long video on YouTube is a little excessive. Nobody's really going to watch that. We don't really want to do that. So instead of doing that, what we're going to do is a condensed power hour. We're going to do a power 30. And in doing that, we're going to do 2 shots of beer every minute for 30 minutes. Have no idea how this is going to go at all, but we're still going to do it. Now, do you want to explain? There's a penalty involved. We wanted to have something pushing us to get through it. We don't just wuss out with the cheeseburger thing.
So
really.
After 30 minutes, any drink, out of these little cups that we don't drink, we have to drink after the 30 half a beer. So for everyone that we don't finish, half a beer after the 30 minutes is done. And once this starts, we're not. Sorry, it's gonna be long, but it should be entertaining because I don't know how the review's gonna go, and it could go good or it could go horribly wrong. But either way, I'm putting it up. So, but then not speeding it up or anything.
Yeah, not the part where we're drinking. We haven't done any of the pouring yet. And actually, right here, I've got 20 little cups that we're gonna put 2 ounces of beer in each.
Yep. He's
He's got 20, and then we've got another stack of 10. So as we start working through these, we're going to start filling up other cups. So that should be unique.
We don't have enough room for all of them.
No, not here where you can kind of see everything. And we don't just pull out mystery liquid that looks like pee because we're drinking Corona Light.
Anyway, I think we're going to speed it up and then fill these things up. Ooh, crap! That's the mouse. I have the mouse underneath. Okay.
All right. So let's move faster.
Yeah. The occasional pause and the break of music, I think.
Oh yeah, just to hear us grunt. So I should get through this beer with this one. I'm going a little over. Okay. So
I left you one on the table.
no, thanks.
Okay, now the problem comes because we're going to use the video, I guess, to do the timing. So we'll have to wait until it gets to a rounded number and then start.
Okay. So while we're drinking, actually, hold on. I really speed up. I want to grab something. I think I just put a ton of lime in everything.
He's still going to have to drink them, even though he put a ton of lime in.
Okay, so we both have 1 beer over there, right?
Yeah.
All right. So,
all right, I think we're about to start. And we've got, well, I've got a little over half. He's got about half.
2 beers or 2 cups left in here, just about. So you keep that one over there. Okay. Maybe unbutton my pants.
Do we start with the drink?
I think we start with the drink.
Okay, I'm going to go out here, and then we'll wait till it's rounded. We'll wait till it's at 9 minutes on our camera here.
Okay.
And hold on. We'll start reviewing. Okay, The Elder Scrolls Online is a really awesome MMO.
Yeah, it's pretty solid MMO whenever it comes down to it. We did play a bit of it. I'm going to be sitting here like staring at the time, hoping I don't miss a minute. It actually is really great game. You're not necessarily spending a whole lot of time like really doing dungeons with your friends and stuff like that as much as you are kind of, you have the ability to jump in and help or give somebody something really freaking awesome if you get it. Cheers.
Okay.
So on minute 9.
And drink. Anyway, it's really good. Really fun. A lot of variety. A lot of things to do. A lot of professions. We're going to be talking really fast and not knowing what we're doing. I think the one that's not talking should be staring and just picking up a glass just in case. But in all honesty, the in-game chat is pretty good, but it gets really annoying because if you go into like busy channels or something like that, as opposed to like Warcraft where you have like trade that just scrolls down, you can go between general chat and everything else. You don't have that. So everybody's just screaming and trying to get their point across and everything. So it gets a little crazy, a little annoying, sometimes funny. But all in all, I like it. This is going to be a 30-minute review and probably won't even be talking about Elder Scrolls after a little while.
Okay, so we're coming up on that. Cheers.
Good God. Hey, cat.
Leave my beer.
Okay.
All right, so maybe I'll take over for this minute. All right, so like you were saying about the chat, odd thing is every single time you get into the game, say you are in a guild, you're automatically in guild chat. Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll get another cup. You're automatically in guild chat a lot of the time whenever you get in. You may not necessarily be whenever you jump in, but you are automatically put into the area. Like say you're in a building, like in a house, in a room, you're in that area's chat, like in that building, in that city. Or if you're in a city like Daggerfall, you're in that city's general chat within the gates. Once you step outside the gates, you're in a different chat. You're in like the area around that. Automatically in there whenever you get in. It's one of the first things you typically have to do if you don't want to listen to all that. You have to go into your options and you have to leave. It's pretty straightforward, but it does get a little taxing whenever as soon as you jump into the game you have to leave, and there's like a 5-second timer before you can even do that. So, cheers.
Get.
Giggity.
Okay, tag, my turn. Okay, one good and bad point. I bought a mount at the beginning because I was like, well, I don't really want to wait. And so I think that's really good. It's a really good deal. And if you're buying mounts in other games like Warcraft or something, it's about the same. It's like you could spend $15 or whatever, or as high as $25. So, or you can just wait because by the time that you get to a decent level where you would normally be using a mount and stuff, you'll have the 10,000 whatever that you need to actually do it. So you really don't have to spend any money when you get the game or anything like that. So I've heard a lot of negative stuff, and I'm about to have to drink. Oh my gosh.
It's okay. Just keep.
Okay. But yeah. So buy a mount, earn a mount, whatever you want to do.
Cheers. So that's 4. All right. About the mounts. He's right. Whenever you get in, you're going to be really tempted. Before I was even level 7 or so, I shelled out actual legitimate dollars. There's an in-game store called the Crown Store. You essentially buy in-game currency with real dollars or whatever you spend. I don't know who's going to be watching this. Like your real money. And you end up getting this in-game currency that you can't exchange back out. So you're essentially like, here, take my money and give me credits that I have to spend here. And then you buy a horse. But you don't necessarily need that. Whenever it comes down to it, it'll help you get large distances. You're going to want to use it in town, but a lot of times I forget to use it. I find myself getting dismounted if I get hit. I get dismounted if I go through water. Really, you don't have to get into a hurry to do it. It's very tempting because there's some really cool stuff out there, but you don't necessarily have to. The temptation's there, but it's not something that's needed. But I did do it. Cheers. We'll do it at the 7 for now.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. One really cool thing. You can't, well, it's negative and positive. You can use any weapon or any armor or anything in the game, regardless of what race or class you get. But certain races and certain classes do things better. And I'm a big fan of that. The one thing I'm not a big fan of is it seems like they're all about magicka or spell using. Even if some of the things are even like physical attacks, you'll still be using magicka. Um, so the big thing when it comes down to it, crap, I'm not gonna have enough time. But uh, start out with a staff or something like that. Hopefully they're going to change it. Some spells can be converted to using stamina, but not all. I don't know. I think we're just tag teaming, getting points across.
Yeah.
But
keep talking. I'll tell you when to stop. So I guess that's how we'll play it from now on. I'm the one that's up. Just keep talking. You watch the timer. You tell me when to stop talking, and you're required at that point to keep talking about what I was talking about.
Yeah.
All right. So magicka. Whenever it comes down to magicka, that is the in-game mana, much like stamina, is one of the items that's in there. That's something that you spend to do an attack. Stamina, it's a lot of your melee swings, and I haven't played a melee character yet. I play the Templar, which is essentially a casting class. You can't do melee. It's sort of like a type of paladin. But yeah, you kind of end up using magic. Use it pretty quick. You also use stam. There's different pots that you can get in the game to increase that. I'm just staring down at the beer now. Shit. I can't think. Okay. Well, we're drinking. So we're at the 7. Yeah.
Okay, gonna continue on that one. I started Sorcerer for my first, and you top out at 50 kind of technically, and then you get into like new levels. I forgot what they're fucking called.
Veteran ranks?
Veteran ranks. I was trying not to cuss, but veteran ranks. So I think there are 15 veteran ranks right now. You essentially just keep leveling. But yeah, I've gotten to veteran rank 1 on my Sorcerer, and then I felt like I wanted to start a new character, so I started a Templar. And I was like, well, I'm going to try to go full-on stamina build with this. So you can do it. Your other spells, though, do suffer. It definitely comes with downsides and stuff like that. But it is really fun, and I hope that they give you the chance to convert more spells into stamina.
All right, and drinking. Yeah, spells into stamina. That is actually something cool. I know you have a Templar that is, you started one. You've got like a lower level one. I know you kind of max leveled to a degree without going into veteran ranks with another one. I could talk about the Templar. That's what I have taken up. I play with. That character is actually really good. It's super versatile. You could tank as a Templar and heal yourself. You come with some really solid AoE or attacks that you can do that are like unidirectional, right out in front of you, but you can damage pretty much everything out there, and you do tons of damage. That's actually one of the directions I go whenever I'm out on my own. I essentially do like this bolt of fire, sun stuff at things that splits off again, hit up to 3 targets. Or I do something that's like 5 rapid attacks in front of me, and the last one ends up pushing things really far away. Kind of rocks. It's pretty nice. I do like it. Highly suggest it as a character. Cheers.
Okay, now moving on to Sorcerer, since I think we're doing classes. Because these are the 2 classes I think really the only ones that we really have anything to do with. I've played a little bit into Dragonite, but Sorcerer. Super squishy, a lot like a mage in Warcraft. They're kind of like a glass cannon. See, it's already getting to me. Super fun and everything else. Not very versatile. Some people say that they are. Again, you can play really any armor or anything like that, but the best is cloth and staves. But they're super fun and everything else. They do have some fun sides, but I switched over to Templar because it just seemed more interesting and everything. So yeah, there's a little bit more about it, but he could probably show you from like watching. I don't know. Cheers.
It's the 10 cup mark. Okay. So like you said, glass cannon. I don't play on them, but I have seen people playing on them. They're pretty awesome. You do a solid amount of damage, but you do, if anything's going to hit you with melee damage, you take a hit from a Mack truck. You can go and you can pick up leveling staffs and kind of figure out a way to heal yourself. Like, oh, that's one thing that we could actually get into. like he was saying, any character, any class, any person can use any kind of weapon in the game they want, like two-handed swords. You can dual-wield swords. You can use a sword and a shield. You can use um, staffs, bows, and arrows. Thing is, as you level them up, all of them have abilities that they unlock. Like healing staffs actually allow you to heal yourself or your party. So anybody in any class could heal if they level the staff. You also get destruction staffs, different kinds of swords and things that they can do in there. Oh my gosh, 7 seconds.
Okay. Oh man, it's really bad. I'm going to change the subject a bit, but kind of stay on the same thing. Werewolves and vampires, you can become either. And you can technically become a vampire or a werewolf at any level. Even when you first get in the game. It's not going to go over so well because you do have to finish the little entry-level quests and stuff like that. They both have their positives and negatives. Werewolves are probably your safest bet. They take more damage from poison attacks. They have a passive which I think works in or out of your werewolf form, which you get more stamina, which helps like melee attacks and stuff like that. Anything that works off of stamina. So,
Cheers.
It's horrible.
Werewolves. All right. I started a werewolf as a paladin. Not a paladin, as a Templar. As a Templar, it's actually kind of neat. You do have to watch out. A lot of people are selling and scamming in the game. They'll ask for thousands and thousands of gold, and then they won't actually bite you. So you have to watch out for that. If you run into that, definitely report them. Also, one of the things that, like he was saying, if you're at a lower level, you will not be able to complete the quest. I suggest getting to at least like 12 to 15 before you even try it if you're in that area. Somebody's getting sleepy.
Yeah.
Oh, there's foam in there. Oh, that's good. Okay, so, yeah, with werewolves, you do have to watch out for poisons. Whenever it comes to vampires, you got to watch out for fire. I don't know where this is going.
This is definitely somewhat of a challenge here.
Make this a thing.
If we didn't have to talk, it may not be that bad. But, God, dog it. Okay, werewolves really awesome and everything else. You can...
Sorry.
When you go in the little starting area and stuff, I guess, for the werewolf, where you're doing your quests, you can actually stay in there after you finish your quest and just keep killing the mobs in there and actually level your werewolf abilities. Like, you level as a werewolf all the way up to 10. You can do all that in that zone and not go out of werewolf form because you're timed how long you could stay in there and then you change back. It's kind of sucky. I wish you could just stay in there as long as you want, but it is what it is. And God, dog, this is
7.
There's
It's a 57-second mark.
So much bubble.
So like he was saying, you get bit, you have to be at this little shrine thing, Mahoozit. Whenever you pop your super, because there are supers in this game, hopefully at some point we'll get to that. It's like a big super, lots of damage or lots of healing thing that you can do. With the werewolf and the vampire, the werewolf, the super is actually turning into the werewolf, and then you get access to a new bar of talents. Gosh, review, there's so much. So you actually go through this portal. I don't think you're all that timed. You go in there, you do a quest, you actually get your super up, and you become a werewolf after you get bit. And in this fixed area with mobs, you can go around in a big circle and get yourself all the way maxed out with that level to the point where you can actually bite somebody. And actually, ideally, if you do want to be a werewolf, you want to go in there with a surplus of points. That way, as you're unlocking things, you can actually put points in to do more damage. But while you're in there, you can level it all the way up.
Okay. Disadvantage. If you start a werewolf and you don't level it up like that, which is kind of a cheat, but it's really not. You're just, I guess it's a cheat. If you do it normally, you'll probably die quite a bit because when you level werewolves, you get like a self-heal because you can't use your other spells. You can only use werewolves' abilities when in werewolf form. you're probably going to die just because you'll take damage and you can't heal yourself and stuff like that. I'm probably repeating myself.
Yeah, I say you, he did.
I say you, he did. Who knows why we're saying these things?
Yeah, I can't taste this chicken.
All right. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. I laugh, but okay.
Set up your cups, man, because we're.
No, dude, we got to drink now, and then this next break, we'll do it.
The Colonel. So, about that, I got all my cups set up. I'm gonna need. Okay, so werewolves. So with those guys, what you're gonna run into whenever you're in that portal, leveling all the way up with their surplus of points. I can't remember what my brother was talking about, so I can't even finish that. So I got an empty beer. We're at the 30-second mark. Okay, so werewolves. Why is this messing with me?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just totally blew my minute. But it's okay, because
it's so much. It's pain mixed.
Hold on, wait. We got just give it the second. Okay, we're at the 57-second mark.
Okay, I want to hand him a beer. Jeez, this is torture.
No, it's not.
Oh,
it's amazing.
There's just so much. There's so much bubblage going on. Okay, the game. Holy crap. Okay, I told you this. There's no telling where this is going to go. On to vampires. Vampires have a weakness to fire spells, but they can't walk out in the sun, which is kind of unique. But it is an MMO. They couldn't switch everything over from the actual Elder Scrolls games just because it wouldn't work. But any spells that they take, like fire or whatever, you know what I'm talking about, damn it. They take like 40% extra damage, I think. So same with the poison attacks on the werewolf. Okay, we need a drink.
Cheers, skis.
To you, sir.
So I found a place for that, and I realized I may have done my math wrong. I've got some cups that aren't all that full and cups that are more full than other cups. So I think I've been drinking more than I should be drinking, or something. But anyway, so back to the game at 25 seconds into the minute. I don't actually know anything at all about the vampires. I know in order to feed on someone, you have to sneak up behind them. And in order like their quest that whenever you actually become a vampire, isn't it all like the werewolf? You have to kill this really, really hard dude that's an elite in the game. Elite's kind of like an elite in any game whenever you have an elite, except in Halo because the elites are like everywhere. This elite is like something that's like shielded. It's hard to kill. I'm trying to get as much out as I can.
You wouldn't think it was this hard. I'll carry on with this elite thing.
Sure.
I think what he's saying is elites are really hard to kill. I don't even know what you were saying. Okay, elites in this game are elites. They're not just like normal elites that you can maybe solo kite around and stuff. They'll kill you, everything else. But I'm going to go back to the vampire thing. I think that was actually a vampire thing.
Yeah, vampire thing, and I just started talking about elites.
Okay. The vampire quest is weird because it doesn't scale to your level like the werewolf thing does. It scales around your level like on the werewolf thing. But on the vampire thing, no. Everything I think is like 38 or something like that. It's crazy. But it's still doable and stuff like that. You have to kill your target and stuff before you feed, or after you feed on them.
Not a lot of room for beer. So, 10. Okay, so we're at the 20 cup mark. I probably could have counted the cups here. I have 2 empty ones. I have no idea why. Elites. Elites are things that are just harder to kill whenever it comes down to it. Did you already say that?
Who knows? Just
I might have said that. Okay, so elites. They're essentially a character it's a beta kill. Whenever it comes down to it, you're dealing with more armor, they take less damage, they have more health, and they hit like a Mack truck. So they're kind of, whenever it comes down to it, if you see them, they got a regular little health bar, and it's got these little thingies off the side. It's little feathers. So that's what my minute went to. Little feathers.
okay. We're gonna kind of skip over vampires because we don't know what we're talking about anymore.
I don't know anything about vampires. You're the one.
Dungeons and stuff. Whenever you
dungeons.
open them up and stuff in different zones, it's really kind of cool because you can actually do the other factions dungeons, and then you can just teleport there. And then the cool thing is the leader is the all the things and the boss and everything in that dungeon all scale to the leader's level. So if you go in there with a higher level and the leader is like a lower level, then it'll all, it's really cool. It's really easy and everything else. So if you want somebody to run you through shit, you can just do that, and it's kind of cool.
No, we need that. This is seconds. Okay, cheers. Dungeons. Dungeons.
I
know. Okay, so with those, like you were saying, the dungeon does scale to the leader, but there's an odd little way around that. If you want the dungeon to be a higher level, we're teaching you cheats already. We're supposed to be doing a review of the game. If you want the higher, like, say you're 15, and your friend is level 17. One thing to point out as a caveat, if anything is 5 levels outside of your range and you kill it, you do any damage to it, you will not get any experience from it. You may not even be able to loot it whenever it comes to 5 levels over. I haven't done 5 levels under yet. So, whenever it comes to that, you can slightly cheat a bit, in that if you're 15, you have a friend that's 17 or 19, your friend can go into that instance, be in there, and then you can become the group leader for them, invite them to the group, and then get in there and actually be killing stuff that's 3 levels above you and get more XP. Cheers.
Oh, my shoulders are hurting. I don't know why. Okay. I really want to burp. I can't burp.
Oh, so much experience.
Oh, that's so much better. Okay, so dungeons are really an awesome way, I guess, to get extra XP, but they really only work really well if you have a quest in the dungeon. If you don't, they're not really worth doing until you're at a higher level. Just because
We're already at 50 seconds, dude.
burping and stuff is taking up all my time.
It's one of a few that you actually beat me on. Okay. So the remainder of the review will take place from this location. So, these dungeons, what you do. Best thing to do, I'm going to tell you from a healer perspective, I ain't slapping my tummy because there's so much liquid in it right now that I'm not done being drunk on yet. Okay, so, from a healer's perspective, because that's what I've been doing, you'll want to go in there and you'll want to take some kind of food that gives you more mana, because you're bound to have somebody in there that should probably be casting, doing glass cannon damage. You're going to have to heal someone. Are we in a YouTube video talking about one of our friends? How are we already in a minute?
Okay, I'll follow up on my point on glass cannon. In a dungeon, you want to stay away from everything. Like, don't get gung-ho or anything like that. Don't run in like you think you can on a mage because there's no real bubbles. You can't just run in there and start AoEing stuff. But you can AoE. There are things that you can AoE. There are actually AoEs that you can throw out, and everything else I can't remember because I haven't played on my sorcerer. I know none of this makes sense at this point, but at least it may be infinited. Okay.
Don't put your foot on the table. It's propped up on cardboard boxes.
Okay, but shit, it's already a minute.
I only have 2 cups left because I can't do math.
Half a beer, no. I have 4 left. You're using up your minute, dude.
Healers. Ensure that my experience so far, I wish I had probably put in more whenever it comes to using less magic mana, the blue stuff. Whatever it, you don't want to use
Oh, I wish I could laugh normal.
the blue stuff. No blue stuff. No bun seeds. So you don't want to do that. Fuck! We're already at 50 seconds. Oh God, I hate movies.
Okay, come on.
Okay, cheers.
Okay, I'm going to move on to a new subject. The world itself is actually really large. There are 3 factions. They're split throughout, and I think it's over 100 hours or something like that, just this one playthrough. And then after you're done, you go through your veteran ranks. Then you get to play through the other factions' storylines and stuff, I guess. I just started on my sorcerer and stuff, and then I stopped and I started Templar. But, so, I mean, really it could be over 300 and something hours worth of playtime. And then they're going to be coming out with a expansion and everything else to open up more of Tamriel. Plus, there's parts of other stuff that they haven't even gotten into. God, dog it. Bastard.
I can't. I'm an analyst that can't do math. Hey, how's it going? How you doing, YouTube? Okay. You were saying things about veteran ranks. I haven't done that yet. But I have actually leveled a solid amount whenever it comes to your, basically what boils down to the things you do where you pick up stuff.
Professions.
Professions. Those things. So those, you can actually spec into things where you pick up all the stuff you pick up, like your ingredients, like your all I can think is WoW stuff. Herbalism, alchemy, chanting, all that. They're like on fire in the game. You'll totally get it if you play it. They're on fire in the game. You walk around.
It's a
like,
perk that you can
like,
find.
Yeah, it's like you actually use points to get it. So there's that. Take it away, Jay.
Okay.
Mr. Rain Dog.
Since I'm doing this properly and I have a proper amount of cups, holy crap, man, I'm in so much pain. There's so much gas inside me, it's like, just burp, damn it. I'm on my last cup, luckily. I have one more cup left. But PvP and stuff I haven't done too much about. I
don't anything with it.
But from what I understand, it's like siege battles and stuff like that. It's really kind of cool.
It sounds interesting.
I kind of started on the beginning quests and things like that, but I really haven't got into it. I'll update you guys when we've done it. Hopefully we'll get it on like our stuff. Yeah. We're going to be doing gaming things. So
I bought an Elgato because, you know, that was...
Oh, damn it, one more shot.
Why don't you bring some more beer? Because I can't do math. Did I miss a beer? Yeah, so look at these. That's 5 beers in 30 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. There are no penalties. My brother here, Mr. Rain Dog, man I call Jay sometimes in here because I get confused.
It's
And
rained
myself.
on 44 on here.
And myself,
Because I had to take that.
Ash Waller, we succeeded in the Power 30. That is 5 beers in 30 minutes. I know there are people out there that can chug it, but can you chug it over the course of 30 minutes? 5 beers in 30 minutes and continue to make sense. I know I can't, but I am right now. Somehow I have no idea how.
And do a review at the same time.
Talk about a game. So we could spend like maybe the next 5 minutes actually talk about the game a little bit without having to drink anything. So, Mr. Rain Dog, how do you feel about Elder Scrolls Online?
Oh,
Sit up, and
I feel
like
I have to.
Girls at parties used to think we were telling them that like we want to look at their boobs, but you just push your chest out a little bit, and for some reason it straightened things out, and it's easier to burp. So sit up, put your chest out.
Oh.
Sit up, put your chest out. Just push your chest out a little.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah! What am I talking about?
Oh.
This is a man that has had a lot of beer.
Oh. Okay, but yeah, we're going to be having... I'm trying to make sense. Trust me. And we're going to be having different videos come up. Hopefully, cool, they'll all be good. But, oh, God, dog.
Yeah, you got to get that out while you're doing it, man.
There's, like, stuff coming up.
So,
I had Chipotle last night.
Yeah, the Chipotle's made it. It's made it out.
I did not have good luck with Chipotle. But
we talked about that. If you go to his channel, RainDog4444, or I've got one, Ash Wallace Speaks. I haven't really put anything there yet. I will.
Also, if anybody sees this, I challenge Furious Pete to do it, and I challenge LA Beast.
Dude, LA Beast, I know you want to do 5 beers in 30 minutes while talking about something that you're passionate about.
I mean, I'm sure you guys can do it, but I want you to make sense at the end. It's a really fun challenge, and I think it's really kind of cool. But
actually, whenever it comes down to it, I know you both like beer.
Yeah.
Whenever it comes down to it, so sit there and, dude, just get through it. We're totally willing to do what I could probably do several more beers in the slew of this.
I think the only problem that I had were all the bubbles. I mean, all of the carbonation. It's just horrible.
They got a little bit to deal with.
It's pain, but
yeah,
check us out later. We're going to be doing some Minecraft videos, hopefully, and everything else. And yeah, I mean, it's the beginning of this channel, and
we're still pretty new. I think we got an Elgato. We're going to go through. We're going to do some reviews. You got some super creative individuals here whenever it comes down to it.
You know what the really nuts thing is? I've had my freaking YouTube channel since, like, well, before Google actually bought it. I mean, a year after YouTube actually came out. So, I mean, I think that's insane. I've waited this long to actually put any videos out, and I was like, you know what, screw it, I could do it.
Just so you know, YouTube, and anybody that's watching, because I know for the most part, we're going to be sending this link out to our friends we play video games with. I haven't really seen my brother drunk in his 20s yet. So,
and I'm actually 31, so...
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I'm like sitting here, I've got like years of experience, so much beer. There are so many kegs that have passed through my body. And I'm actually kind of cool right now. Actually, I probably shouldn't.
I'm actually a pretty kind drunk, so...
But
I mean...
We're gonna...
5 and this long. I mean, you may not think that 5 is long, but
so actually,
this is running really long. But
oh, jeez, yeah,
it is.
Yeah, we only wanted to do like 30 minutes, 36 minutes or so on the high end.
Yeah, so really sorry it's run this long. But I hope it was. I hope it was really entertaining.
We may do a side video. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about it where we actually really talk to Elder Scrolls Online.
We'll probably do some gameplay and things like that. I mean, we'll be chopping it up and things.
But there are some solid options whenever it comes down to it. There are a lot of classes you can play, and it is a gorgeous game.
Yeah, definitely try it out.
Definitely give it a whirl. It's worth what you shell out for. Even now, if you get into it a little late in the game, do not worry about that. If you have any friends that have been playing for a long time, they can help you. They can run you through stuff. They can definitely get you through it, and it's worth being able to talk to people. And all this extra crap that you get whenever you play a game like this, you have someone to give it to. There's always somebody that could break it down to level of profession. There's always someone that could use it. That's the thing. All this junk that you get, did you just sell? You're like, I don't use staffs. I don't use two-handed swords. Your friend might. Whenever it comes down to it, they might have stuff to give you. And there's soulbound issues. There's stuff that doesn't bind to you. So your friends might have stuff where they can help you along. And there's always someone there that's willing to work you through a dungeon. It's an awesome culture. It's a terrific game. I wholeheartedly suggest it to anyone that isn't just attached at the hip to first-person shooters. It's terrific.
Well, even if you are, I mean, come on.
Yeah, you
try it
if
out.
you are. Yeah, like kind of take a stress break. Enjoy something that isn't like constantly getting chased by people that want to kill you.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's about it, and we'll follow it up maybe.
Yeah, we could be
Next
doing
weekend
some,
or something like that.
You could even get a bonus video this week if we go to some places in Colorado. So we'll see how that goes.
All right. Well, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you want and everything else. And
Absolutely.
what we may do next week, we have no idea.
Yeah, we're definitely
let us know.
looking for suggestions.
Yeah.
Let's get that in there.
So, yeah, love you guys. Love all your face parts and things, or your eyeballs. So, check out both of our things. Mine's just a vlog. I think his is just going to be a vlog. I don't know if
that's essentially it.
Yeah,
I
he
might
doesn't
get
have
some game
anything
stuff
up
in
yet.
there. I might roll some Minecraft stuff in there. I know I've got a solid Minecraft world that I might share with you guys. So we'll see how that goes.
Thanks for the view, and wherever the camera is.
Peace.
Thanks. Later, guys. I love you.